Hey, what's up again, everyone? I'm Mike Lowe, and we are back doing a kind of a follow-up from yesterday's video when we got the news of the 2K24 roadmap. I mentioned that I get some information from 2K through their press team and whatnot, and just as I finished that video, they did send out another email with a little bit more detail than what I had yesterday. So I wanted to make another follow-up video to go over some of that and actually show you parts of that email that was sent out in regards to the details for the roadmap that again was announced yesterday. So again, we are at the 2K24 homepage here. That's nba.2k.com/2K24 if you're curious. We talked about the pre-order information yesterday, some kind of the basics of the enhanced features, the different editions you can order, and so on. But one thing that I just kind of glazed over a little bit was the crossplay. And of course, this is a huge thing. And this is the first time we've seen this in this series, and really the first time we've seen it in any of the AAA sports titles, as far as I'm aware. And of course, what crossplay means is you can play with people from other gaming systems. So whether, and I believe this is the case even for like PC, but it would be like Xbox, PlayStation, PC. If I had a PS5 like I do, or you had PS4, or you had Xbox or PC, we could play together head to head. We could play together in an online league. Certainly, you could play together with things like my team and things like that. So I wanted to show you that video in case you haven't seen it. So let's just take a look here. This is the video that 2K released a few days ago in regards to crossplay. It'll talk a little bit more about that.
No freaking way!
What?
Crossplay's coming to 2K! Crossplay's coming to 2K! Crossplay's coming to 2K, yo! Crossplay's coming to NBA 2K.
Hey, yo, kid, wait up.
And then there you also have the information about the pre-order we talked about yesterday, which I think is, yeah, definitely awesome. The pre-orders are really good. I usually don't actually do a lot with pre-orders myself. They're just usually not a big deal. Like I don't care about getting the game 2-3 days early too much and things like that. But these are actually really really nice if you watch a lot of NBA games and you don't say have cable. You're a cord cutter, or you're probably young enough that you don't even know what a cord is for cable. So definitely a cool thing to check out there. And again, we talked about that in yesterday's video. But I wanted to kind of show you, again, a little bit more detail of this roadmap. And this is from 2K themselves. So again, this was the image we saw yesterday. It's got basically the schedule that starts mid-August, where they're going to talk about gameplay with ProPlay. Had some interesting comments on that on yesterday's video, just kind of talking about what that might be. You know, we're kind of guessing at this point, but still definitely some really cool ideas that people were sharing. And do the same on this video. If you have some ideas of what you think it is, or might be, or what you hope it would be, let us know, because I think that's a really cool conversation, and we'll see who's closest here come mid-August. And then after that, of course, they're going to talk about the different leagues and the different game modes that we have, such as Mamba Moments, which again is kind of the follow-up to the Jordan challenges. And then finally, we're going to get into the real kind of heavy-hitting stuff that most people play with 2K, even though I typically don't. My career, my team, and then the city. And there are some updates that they talk about in that email. And then, of course, week of September 4th, that's when the game's going to come out, is September 8th. I'm expecting to get a copy probably around here, September 4th. So definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because we'll be doing some early streaming as soon as 2K lets us. We'll be up and streaming different things. We did a ton with eras last year. I think we were the first channel to really kind of dive deep into eras because, like I said, I don't do a ton of my career, my team. There's other channels that do that. I focus more on franchise play, my NBA, that kind of thing, and then certainly eras. And I'm curious to see if there's updates on eras. It's not listed here, but I know there was definitely some kind of like quality of life improvements that the community was hoping for, myself included, because it was an awesome feature and it was very, very, very well done, very robust, but wasn't perfect. So really curious to see if they have some changes for that. So let's get to that email here. And this is from 2K. So this is a little screenshot here of what they sent me while I was basically recording the video yesterday. So it says, today, via social media, 2K shared a roadmap calendar of game announcements, which you see on the screen, to come as we count down to the release of the game on September 8th, starting the week of August 14th. More details and updates will be unveiled. So again, that's nothing new, but here are the further details that came in that email. It says gameplay controls in NBA 2K24 feature an emphasis on seamless mechanics and attention to detail, including revamped interior defense, and dribble combo controls for more rewarding skill-based actions and effectiveness. Now, there's always updates in each game where it talks about you get more control and it's seamless and it's more attention to detail with animations and so on. And I know the community is really critical of that. So I'd be curious to see A, what that is and what it means. And then 2, is this a direct tie-in to ProPlay? Are we talking about the same thing here? Are these two different things? So again, let me know your thoughts on that. It talks specifically about my career, which again, not a mode that I dive too deep into, but my career brings forth a more streamlined version than ever with pure authentic action. And this is important, limitless personalized my player options. Again, a little vague, but you see the word limitless. I know before, like even like it wasn't like hairstyles and stuff, like it was really limited in what you could do. Last year's game, surprisingly, it seemed like it almost kind of took a step back with like player customization. At least that's what I felt, and I believe I'd kind of seen the community kind of talking about that. So again, probably not earth-shattering news for a lot of you. I don't do a ton of my career, so but I do recall that being potentially an issue there. So the city. I remember when they unveiled this, I think it was what, NBA 2K19 maybe or something. I remember when this was introduced in New York, and it was super, super cool. So the city features an all new reimagined city, rich with optional side quests and sizzling street ball competition. So on a whole, that doesn't sound a whole lot different, but they're saying it is different. So we'll have to kind of see what that means. And then finally, my team returns with a collection of innovative improvements, including an all new salary cap mode, while maintaining its signature competitive feel. So there's some information there for the My Team people. So again, we get a little more info coming directly from 2K. Just seeing if there's anything else we missed from yesterday, but I think that was it. Again, crossplay was something I was super excited about, and I just really didn't talk about it a whole lot in yesterday's video, but wanted just to kind of get that out there and just kind of share that. Again, I had some really cool comments, people talking about getting leagues set up. We're talking about one with some of the people that I play in some other leagues for various games about getting a 2K league going. So let's get that chatter going on the channel too. If you're interested in a league, I mean, there's all kinds of things. You could do a head-to-head league that's just very, very short, say like 15-game season or something like that. You could do a full-on simulation league where you don't even play the games. That might be a combo of those where maybe you simulate the regular season, but you play the playoff games. So really curious to see what people are planning, because this really opens things up. There's so many leagues out there. That's not new. But we have a lot of leagues where it's like half full, or you have leagues where there's 20 out of 30 teams or something like that. But now it's really cool because we can take those leagues essentially that are half full and combine them and make full leagues. And so but really, the success of a league, from my experience, comes from really, really strong leadership, strong management, attention to detail, and obviously the activity of the community itself, the people who are playing the games, putting the time in, following the league rules, and things like that. So this is really the time to talk about those sort of things. It's something I'm interested in personally, so I would love to hear chatter on that if you have some feedback and you want to talk through those things. But I'm keeping an eye on the 2K Twitter. I am keeping an eye on the 2K newsroom. I am keeping an eye on really just all things 2K here as we move towards release, which is in about a month or so, a little more than a month. So we get some information coming mid-August, as we saw. And again, it'll be a ton of stuff there. So just to kind of close out, show you that schedule again if you wanted to see it. But this is where we're going. We'll be definitely talking again when we get the information on gameplay with ProPlay. And we'll definitely be keeping a really close eye to see if there's other stuff that pop up. I know me personally with things like my NBA eras. So really, really curious to see. But again, thanks for checking out the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, all that fun stuff. I'll look for you in the comments. And again, I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Super excited for 2K24. See you soon.